If you watched the first business video, you were introduced to some basic information about the library. In this video, we will walk you through the research process, showing you how to use the library to find the resources that you need for your research projects. Before you begin your research, you should be aware that the library provides services that help and support Keuka College students. Librarians are here to help you succeed. They can help you in a variety of ways that include guiding you to the best resources, helping you to develop the most effective search terms, and assisting you with APA citation format. One of the most important services that the library provides is reference or research help. Students can reach out to a librarian in a variety of ways when they need assistance or have research questions. If you are on campus, you can come to the reference help desk in the library from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. on Monday through Friday. Students can also go to the library's homepage and click on the Ask a Librarian link to email a question to a librarian. Or students can click on the Make an Appointment link on the homepage to set up an in-person or online meeting with a librarian. Students can also send an email to refhelp@keuka.edu, and a librarian will respond to their question. Students can call and speak with a librarian. Finally, students can chat virtually with a librarian using the chat box on the lower right corner of the homepage. Interlibrary Loan, also referred to as ILL, is a free service provided to students and faculty that allows users to request books and articles that the library does not own. Articles will be sent to you electronically. Physical books will be sent to the library. On-campus students can pick up the book at the circulation desk. We will mail the book to online students. Your only cost will be to mail the book back to Lightner Library when it is due. Students should be aware that licensing restrictions prohibit the sharing of digital materials, such as ebooks, between institutions. However, we can usually obtain a physical copy of the book a student needs through our Interlibrary Loan service. Users can log into their account and check the status of their request at any time. Students will receive email notifications regarding their requests even when their request cannot be filled. To sign up for an ILL account, start by clicking on the Interlibrary Loan link on the library's homepage. Then click on the Iliad link and follow the links for first-time users to set up your Interlibrary Loan account. Be sure to use your Keuka email. You will also need to create a logon ID and a password to access your account. Once you have been assigned a research paper, the first thing you need to do is make sure you understand the assignment. If you do not or are not sure, you need to reach out to your professor with your questions. Once you understand the assignment, it is time to pick your topic. If possible, try to select a topic that you are interested in. You also may need to obtain some background information by reading an encyclopedia or Wikipedia article on your topic. You should also do some initial research to make sure that you can find enough information to write your paper. You do not want to get weeks into your assignment only to find that there is no or not enough information available on your topic to write a paper. Once you have developed your research question, it is time to start thinking about developing search terms, also known as keywords and phrases, that you can use to find the resources that you will need to write your paper. Your search terms will be the key to finding the resources that you need. Once you have your topic, identify the words that describe your topic's main concepts. Then brainstorm alternate or related keywords or synonyms for each concept. For example, if your topic was capital punishment, another phrase that you would want to use to look for sources would be death penalty. So, if my research question was to discuss the impact of remote work on productivity, I would highlight the main concepts for my question. Those would be impact, remote work, and productivity. The next step would be to develop synonyms for each concept. The terms that I developed were impact or effect. Other terms or phrases for remote work might include work from home or telework. Synonyms for productivity might include efficiency or performance. If you have trouble coming up with keywords, what follows are some ideas for developing keywords. Remember, you can always reach out to a librarian for help. If you are having trouble developing keywords, there are a number of things you can do. Start by using the Lightner Discovery Service search box on the library's homepage to find a research starter on your topic. I entered the phrase remote work in the search box and found a research starter on telecommuting that I can read through looking for ideas for search terms that I could use. Research starters may also have a bibliography that you can use to find additional resources. Another place to look for keyword ideas is the library catalog. Click on the library catalog link on the library's homepage and enter the phrase remote work into the search box. Then click on the magnifying glass at the right end of the search box. You can browse through the results and click on relevant titles to look at the entire record for the item. Every item in the library catalog contains a listing of subjects that describe what the item is about, and looking at them may give you an idea for additional search terms. And in the process, you may actually find books that you can use in your research. If you already have a periodical article on your topic, read it looking for ideas. If you have done some searching in Lightner Discovery, look at your search results and click on the abstract of articles that appear to be relevant. If there is an abstract or summary of the article, read it or look for a listing of subject terms describing what the article is about. Wikipedia can help you generate keyword ideas. Read the article and check out the See Also references. This is a good time to remind you that you should not be citing to Wikipedia in your research. However, this is one way that you can use Wikipedia to get started with your research. After you have developed a set of search terms, it is time to combine them into an effective search using Boolean operators. Boolean operators are the terms and or, and they are used to combine your search terms to create an effective search. You combine your main concepts with and to narrow your search. This will produce fewer results. So in the example that I used earlier, you would combine the following concepts: remote work and impact and productivity. Be careful, as using too many ands can produce too few or no results. The Boolean operator or is used to combine synonyms. Using it will increase the number of results you retrieve. In our example, you would combine synonyms for each concept like this: remote work or telework, impact or effect, productivity or efficiency. But be careful, using too many ors will bring in too many irrelevant results. The next step will be to combine your keywords using and or to do advanced searching in Lightner Discovery. This screenshot shows you how your search would look in Lightner Discovery Advanced Search. There is one concept in each search box, and the search boxes are connected with the Boolean operator and. Within each search box, the synonyms are connected using or. You should be aware of a search tip that works in Lightner Discovery, but will also work in search engines such as Google. Place quotation marks around words that you want to appear together, such as remote work or work from home. Now that you have your search terms, the question is, where should you be searching? I am sure many of you go right to Google to find articles. However, using the Lightner Discovery service or a specific library database is a much better way to find the resources that you need. Google searches only what is available on the internet, and not all articles are freely available there. Lightner Library subscribes to the content published in databases that are searchable through Lightner Discovery, and this content goes far beyond what is available on Google or the internet. In addition, Lightner Discovery has filtering tools that allow you to refine your search so you can find exactly what you need. These tools are not available in Google and other search engines. Let's begin with an introduction to Lightner Discovery. It searches almost all of the library's resources with a single search. A search retrieves resources from the library's online catalog, as well as the library's databases. Results will include a variety of formats: print books, ebooks, articles from newspapers, magazines, and journals. Because so many records are being searched, it is important to be patient for your results to appear. If you have a very simple search, you can begin by using the search box on the library's homepage. By using the advanced search link, you can use all your search terms. To do an advanced search, enter your main concepts in a search box and connect all the main concepts with and. Connect synonyms within each search box with or. Your first step is to browse through your results to see if you are on the right track. If the results do not seem relevant to your topic, you will want to consider how you can modify your search to get better results. You can always reach out to a librarian for help in creating a more effective search. If your results look good, your next step will be to filter or refine your results using the common filters below the search box. There are a variety of ways to filter your results. They include limiting your results to full text, limiting your results to articles in peer-reviewed journals. If you do not need to use articles in peer-reviewed journals, but do need scholarly or academic journals, you can instead click on Source Type, select Academic Journals, and click Apply. If you need newspaper articles, you could select News and then apply to retrieve only newspaper articles. Finally, you can limit your results by time as well. Click All Time and select the date range you want: past 12 months, past 5 years, past 10 years, or all time. You can find additional filters by clicking the All Filters link. The most common additional filters allow you to limit your results by language or by geographic location. By using the 3 filters, we did reduce our results significantly. We could further reduce results using geography that limited results to what is being done in the United States. We could also further limit by date, or we could add an additional search term. For example, we could focus on articles dealing with small businesses. Once you find an article that you would like to look at, click on the Access Options link and select either the PDF or online full text option. Once you have accessed the full text of the article, you have several options using the tools above the article. You can select the print icon to print the article, or you can download the article by clicking the download link. Another option is to use the arrow or share link to email the article to yourself, or you can save the article to your OneDrive. You can also click the Create link and then save this link in your browser, so you can use it to retrieve the article again in the future. To find additional resources, you will see to the left of your results under the heading Research Tools is a link to supplemental sources. If you click that link and then click on Send Search to and select Google Scholar, the Lightner Discovery Service will link you to articles in Google Scholar based on the search terms you used in the Discovery Service. You may find relevant full-text articles here. If you find a relevant article without full text, you can always request the article using the library's interlibrary loan service. It is important to be aware of the limitations of Lightner Discovery. In most instances, Lightner Discovery produces a lot of less targeted results. For example, if you are looking for books, going to the library catalog and doing a broad subject search will usually be more successful than doing a very subject-specific search in Lightner Discovery to find books. You may also find it helps to search in a specific database to find fewer, more targeted results. To do that, it is a good idea to know what the most relevant databases are depending on your subject. The best business databases include Academic Search Premier, a multidisciplinary database. Business Source Premier is a collection of essential business journals. Regional Business News covers regional United States and Canadian business publications. Gale Business Insights provides access to company profiles, SWOT analyses, and more. The Gale Economics and Theory database focuses on economics and business theory. Gale Business Entrepreneurship covers all aspects of starting a new business. Nexus Uni covers legal and business news. ProQuest contains local, regional, and international newspapers, and it also has a strong business focus. In order to focus your search on a specific database, click on the A to Z databases link on the library's homepage. Then select the first letter of the database that you are interested in and click on it to begin searching. In the example on this page, I selected B as I want to search in the Business Source Premier database. If you recall earlier in this video, I said that Lightner Discovery searched almost all of the library's resources. ProQuest is another excellent multidisciplinary database, but it does not show up well in Lightner Discovery. Therefore, it must be searched separately. To make that easily done, we have a direct link to ProQuest on the library's homepage. You can add your search terms to the search boxes, just as you did in Lightner Discovery. ProQuest results look very similar to the results in Lightner Discovery. And there are limiting options to the left of the results, much like the refining option in Lightner Discovery. As you become more familiar with the library databases, you will find that not every article indexed in our databases has a link to the full text of the article. When students come across an article that does not have full text, they frequently just give up and try to find another source. However, the library's interlibrary loan service allows you to quickly request an article that you need, and it will be sent to you electronically. ILL is very easy to use. If you find an article in Lightner Discovery or in one of the EBSCO databases without full text, begin by clicking on the Request It link to request the article on Interlibrary Loan. You can then log into your Interlibrary Loan account, and your request will be automatically filled out. All you have to do is click Submit. You will be emailed when your article has been received. You will also receive an email if we are not able to fill your request. If you find an article in ProQuest without full text, click on the Check Full Text Finder for full text link to see if the library has access to the article. If the library has the article, there will be information there advising the user if the article is available in print in the library or in one of our online databases. If the library does not have the article, there will be a Request This Item link that will take you to the Interlibrary Loan login screen. As with Lightner Discovery, all you have to do is log into your account and submit the request for the article. One of the most important parts of the research process is the evaluation of your sources. You must evaluate both the resource and the information it contains. Using poor quality or unreliable sources will produce a poor paper. There are three main factors to consider as you evaluate each source. An important factor to consider is relevance. Ask yourself if the source and information in your source are appropriate and relevant to your argument. If it is not, then the source should be eliminated as one of your resources. The second factor is to consider the source's purpose to determine why it was created or written. Ask yourself if it was created to educate, inform, entertain, or persuade. Is the source biased? Does it discuss only one point of view? Validity is the most critical factor. Here is where you evaluate the truthfulness of the information source by looking at the item's currency. Here you need to determine how current the information you need must be. Depending on what you are writing about, this could vary. Writing about something in the area of literature, for example, will not need to be as current as if you are writing about an issue in business. Another thing to look at with respect to validity is to establish the legitimacy of the author of or the website. Accuracy is another subcategory under validity that looks at whether the source is accurate and error-free. When you write your paper, it is important that you give credit to other people's ideas when you use them in your research or writing. Failure to appropriately credit those sources means you are guilty of plagiarism. Plagiarism is easy to avoid by simply citing where you got your information. Citation must be done whether you quote, paraphrase, or summarize an information source in your paper. This means you must attribute the information you are using to its author. There are many different citation styles, but in business, APA citation style is used. The publication manual of the American Psychological Association is the official guide to APA style. It shows users how to cite sources and format their paper. Citations in APA have two parts. The first is the bibliography. It contains detailed descriptions of each of your sources. It appears at the end of your paper and is titled References. The in-text portion of the citation is used within your paper and is a shortened version of the full citation. It indicates the source where the preceding information came from, and it directs the reader to the full entry in the bibliography. The bibliography gives all the information the readers need to find the source. For help with APA citation, librarians have created a library guide for the APA 7th edition. This guide can help students with formatting their paper, and it provides examples and guidance for preparing both the bibliography and in-text citations. The Online Writing Lab at Purdue is another excellent source that provides guidance on both APA citation and formatting. Articles you find in the databases have a link to the article's citation. Click on the quotation mark to access citation information. You should remember that this is just the starting point. You should know what the correct citation should look like, as database citations can have mistakes in font or capitalization that you will need to correct. Lightner Library has several ebooks that students can also access that will help with questions on APA style. If you need help with your writing, you can reach out to the Academic Success Center to have someone review your paper and make suggestions for improvements. The Keuka College Writing Guide also provides guidance on APA formatting. Finally, remember that librarians are here to help you succeed. Don't hesitate to connect with them for help with your research or with questions on proper citation.